and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you?
Hello, good.
Good to see you guys and your smiling faces. How you guys been, man? Fill me in and bring me up to speed. How has life been in your world over the course of the last 2 weeks? Good? You guys show me like it was good, it was mediocre, or it was so show me on. Hey Ryan, we need to connect tomorrow afternoon. Give me a call. You got my cell phone number, right? Yeah, give
Yep.
me a call. Give me a call after 3 o'clock your time, man, because I want to go through Maverick with you. Okay. By the way,
Okay.
for those of you, today's going to be like a strategy session. Are you guys down for a strategy session? Like really like biz dev strategy session, not skills. Like just like really getting down and dirty. For those of you, I do want to talk skills for a second here, really quick. So hold on one second. You guys know all great businesses have those three things, right? Okay. Like anyone, Ernesto, that is scaling their business, growing their business, like has a strong foundation. It comes down to the three S's. Number one is what, guys, at the top? What do you got to, what do you need to have?
Skills.
You got to have some skills, right? You got to be able to have your scripts, your dialogues, your conversations. You got to be a great salesperson. Everyone do me a favor. Actually, I'm going to stand up for today's call, right? Because I'm feeling it, right? Everyone just point at yourself and go, Coach, I am a great salesperson on the count of three with a big smile on your face. You guys ready? One, two, three. Yo, Coach, I am
Coach.
a
I'm a
great salesperson.
great salesperson.
My buddy Jimmy Rex said this, and Jimmy Rex, I'm not sure. God, you know what, Christina? We should bring Jimmy on one of these calls and have me interview him. The dude is a beast,
It's
guys.
been over a year, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the dude is just a beast. Would you guys love for me to bring on someone that was selling 500 transactions, 500 homes a year, and doing it with two people on his team? Would you love to know how he did that? Okay, so Bob and Candace, you guys show up for the call. The rest of you guys have the 2 weeks off, right? So, like, dude, how many of you guys would love to wax and wane some information from someone that did that, though, right? Okay, right. And one of the things that I just love about Jr. about Jimmy, right, is like the strategic approach that he ultimately took to his business. But he said this though, the dude, check this out. He was a Mormon missionary. Do we have any LDS members? Like, like some people are like, yeah, sort of was before, not now, whatever. Did he went on his mission, guys, and it was his very first, I guess, like I don't like meeting that he had. I don't know that much. I'm Catholic, right? So like so I don't know
Do
that
you
much.
need me to translate for
Would
you,
you
Bill?
translate for me, please, Christina, on this? But
Meetings work.
he had his first meeting to be able to convert someone over baptism, right? Baptism. And he shows up for the baptism and it goes to hell in a handbasket. Like everyone's crying. He gets kicked out of the house and he's like, dude, I am never going to have that happen again. He was down in Mexico. He didn't speak a lick of Spanish. And so what he did is he said, I'm gonna like get everything memorized of like, cause there's dialogues that you need to have, and believe it or not, scripts. I mean, like the missionaries that go out, they're salespeople, man. If you can sell God door to door, then you can sell real estate, right? And he came back anyway. He became one of the best converters over to in the LDS church in history, right? And he came back in real estate and he said, man, there's only 8 or 9 or 10 different dialogues I need to get down. Like Brian, this guy memorized every dialogue that he needed to have for his mission in Spanish, and he didn't even speak Spanish. Is that crazy? Right? He just memorized it, and he said, "I'm going to get this down." And he came back into real estate. Came to do real estate here. Actually, sold meat door to door next, and then he went into real estate. And then he said, "Okay, good. I have 6, 7, 8, 9." Because if I dialogues I need to have, if I'm going to be a great at real estate, all I need to do is memorize these scripts, right? And he said, like, I'm going to be great at what it is I'm going to do. So, I've got like a whole bunch of new scripts for you guys. I'm not going to hit you with that today. Is that okay, guys? I'm not going to hit you with the skill component. We're going to go strategy component right now. But I'd love to bring Jimmy Rex on. Would you guys love that? Like this is the guy that was selling 500 homes per year with two people on his team, two salespeople on his team. That was it, right? Because he was prospecting and just super diligent. Now, the reason I bring up skills is this. There's a company out there called Ylopo. How many of you guys are familiar with Ylopo? Yes? Okay. They have a additional company that they own underneath their umbrella of Ylopo called Maverick. Have you guys heard of Maverick? Yes or no? Okay. What guys, absolutely fantastic. So because we're together, there is a discounted rate for Maverick. Here's what Maverick is. Maverick is an artificial intelligence plug-in to your CRM, right? FUB primarily, but it has other CRMs it plugs into that will analyze your call, give you a rating on that call, and then tell you what you did right and what you did wrong and what to correct. Is that valuable, guys? Yes or no? Like insanely valuable. We were able to analyze 48,000 follow-up calls, Ryan, like 48,000. And guess how long it took us? A day. One day. That would have taken us 2 years previously, right? Right. But it also is a built-in, Bob, check this out, Bob Jones. It's a built-in role play partner. You can role play with it every single day and it rates your calls. It tells you, and Emily, it says, did you ask for the appointment? What was your close like, etc. So Christina, we should get a link out to everyone so that they could at least let me talk to Wailopo. Let me do something for five because I love five. You guys know that. You know, if I were to be selling real estate, sorry, I know this is not a five pitch, but if I were to be selling real estate, dude, I would be part of this company because of the like honest to goodness, like and many people don't know this, but I am hardcore pushing my fiance now, not my girlfriend, my fiance to be part of this company, right? I'm like, hey, Ange, like this is it. Like you want to be part of this because I believe in it so much. Like I absolutely believe in your guys' company so much. Let me see
Wait,
if I
hold on. Let's just let that slip. My fiance, congratulations.
thank you.
That
Yeah,
is so
I don't
awesome.
even
And
want to like
she is so, so amazing. So that
she's
is so awesome.
she's incredible. But
She is.
I brought her to Mexico, and that was the litmus test on whether she stays or goes, which was how does she perform in the pool with five, and she did just great. So, and I don't even want to show you guys my house because within a week we had a engagement and we had a move in, so it's a shit show over here. But I have four dogs, not two. Oh my god, it's all wonderful. If I could get you guys a 30-day free trial, how many of you guys would be willing to try this out? Like to actually plug it on Maverick, like if I did that, yeah, brilliant. Let me talk to G. Let me talk to Howard and see what I can do, Christina. So Christina, you and I need to work together on that. So reach out to Kath, right, or Sherry, and then let's see what we can do. So I can't make any promises, but I can promise you I'm one hell of a closer. Casey, you know that, right? And so I'll see what I can do for you guys. Because could you imagine having a role play partner that always shows up, always is excited, always gives you good feedback? Wouldn't that be rad? But today I want to talk to you guys about strategy, right? I really want to like delve into this whole game of strategy because I was just at the Mike Ferry Superstar Retreat on Tuesday. How many of you guys know the name Mike Ferry? He's right up there, over there. Yeah, hey, Dave, he's a beast. He's the Godfather. You know, like he really is. I mean, and now granted, he turned 80 years old yesterday. Like, yeah, Dave, if we didn't feel old already, here we go, right? If Mike Ferry's 80, what does that make us? Right? And I was brought back to something and I want you guys to write this down. The best businesses focus on the fundamentals, right? The best businesses always focus on the fundamentals. And it's really difficult in today's world because McGinnis, doesn't it seem like, dude, there's new shiny pennies and freaking silver bullets and things that are out there that are designed to like bypass the fundamentals. Have you guys seen that? Like it really seems like real estate has become a playing field of whoever can make the agents feel like they don't have to work and don't have to focus on the fundamentals. And then they'll sell a product to you that you don't have to work, etc. I call that bullshit, by the way. You know what I mean? Because honestly, Kristen, like the fundamentals don't lie. And one of the key fundamentals that I want to really centralize on is the importance like of making your business anti-fragile. And I want you to write that word down, anti-fragile, anti-fragile. By the way, hey Casey, how's it going with your coach?
It's going amazing. It's going amazing.
Yeah.
I
Are
think
you,
you
are
said
you,
last week that he's such a positive guy, which he is. Michael Beard is such a positive guy, but he always has a smile on his face. But I didn't expect him to like dig deep as he does and pushes me. Like every week when I come back, I'm like, okay, I got it. Like I got
Nice.
everything down that he says. And then he's like, okay, well, what did you say at your open house when they said they had an agent? And I'm like, he's
No,
like,
no, no, watch that. That's a fundamental. Does that make sense, guys? Knowing
mm-hmm.
what to say, knowing how to say it, knowing how to handle that. It's just a fundamental. It's like in football, how do you win games? You block better than the other team, you tackle better than the other team, and you run the ball or pass the ball better than the other team. That's pretty much it, you know? Like, and honestly, Emily, it's not that freaking complicated. Like when you really get down to real estate and to be able to sell a lot of real estate, it's not that complicated. I'm not sure if Alicia is on this call right now. I don't see her, who I personally coach. But Tammy, here, Ryan, how's she doing?
Great.
She's crushing right now, you know, probably like she will have her best year ever. And all that I'm doing, I personally coach Alicia Casey, all I'm doing is focusing on the fundamentals. And this is one of the things that I want you guys to get is this, and you think about that word anti-fragile. A lot of real estate businesses, right? Like solopreneurs that are out there, even the bigger teams, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, even some of the bigger teams are super fragile. Now, what do I mean when I say the word fragile when it comes to a real estate business? What do you think that means? Fragile versus anti-fragile. Anyone just jump in. Open dialogue today, guys.
Easy to break.
Easy, fragile is easy to break. Okay. Like absolute. And what would cause a real estate business to be fragile? What do you think? In my opinion, and my like with 100 and you guys realize I've done 120,000 coaching calls. I guess 120,001 coaching calls as of this one, right? Okay. So this is what makes a business fragile. Can you guys see that? Isn't that pretty? I actually drew this for you guys today. You see the three dimensions on this, right? This right here, which of these three stools, let's imagine these are chairs. Which one would you feel the most comfortable sitting in? We'll call this one number one. This one number two. This one number three. Which one?
Number three.
Number three. It's like a no-brainer, right, guys? Why do you feel, what happens if you sit on this one? Number one.
I'm going to be on the ground.
You're gonna end up, Tammy, you're gonna end up on the ground. Why? Why would you end up on the ground with that one, with number one?
Because it's not stable.
It's not stable. It could break, right? Like it's not like you only have 1 point of freaking support. Number two is a little bit better because you got 2 points of support. Number three is the best because you got 3 points. This one's the best, right, guys? Right here, right? So one of the things that is a fundamental piece that I teach to every single person that I coach, whether it is a larger team or an individual agent, because I still coach both. By the way, guys, just so that you know, I am personally taking on 3 more personal coaching clients I'm looking for my next millionaires, right? Like the person that wants to get over $1 million. So if it's something that you're interested in, hit me up, let me know, DM me at Coach Pipes, whatever. It's something that I always take on about 3 to 5 people per year that I'm like, cool, I either want to, Tammy, I want to get them over $1 million or I want to add $1 million. Michael Baird, who's Casey's coach, like we added $1 million this year to his team. Like it's insane. So if it's something that you guys are interested in, just DM me at Coach Pipes on Instagram. Anyway, whether it's a solopreneur, right, or whether it is a big team, the thing that I teach is this. It's called the key 3 or the core 4. The key 3 or the core 4. And I want you to write that down. Jones, if you want to be anti-fragile, you have got to have more than one lead source that you lean into. And historically, Tammy, what I've noticed is this. Most real estate agents operate in number 1 or number 2. Does that make sense? They have one lead source that they're strategic or that they lean into, maybe 2, but very few have 3. I'll share a story with you because this is going to be what we're going to do is I'm going to take you guys through over the course of the next 60 days, the build out of an anti-fragile business. Would you like that, guys? Yes or no? A business that no matter what happens, what market shifts take place, that your business can continue to move forward. Okay. And so I'll tell you a story. There's a guy by the name, I'm not sure how many of you guys know him. His name is Bernie Gallerani. I coached Bernie Gallerani years ago, and he moved from Las Vegas to Hendersonville, I think it is, outside of Nashville, right? Henderson, Tennessee, which is outside of Nashville. Tammy didn't know anyone. So he obviously didn't have past clients, didn't have a sphere of influence, right? Didn't know anyone there, wanted to get out of Vegas for himself, Wendy, and his two girls, moved to Nashville or a suburb of Nashville. And he said, dude, if I'm gonna make this, I've got to get really good at expireds, right? Okay, this is back during the time, this is probably like late 1990s when expireds really were in play and it was really a strong market for expireds. And so Bernie, Martha, like first year sold like 42 homes, almost exclusively expireds. This is prior to, Christina, actually like online leads. This is back in the day when people like worked, right? Like they grinded and they actually picked up the phone. Now, Ryan, this is what's really interesting. For about 4 years, Bernie was crushing it. He went from like 40 transactions to 90 transactions, 90 to about 100. And these are not exact numbers, but approximations. 90 to about 120, 130, and 130 to 160. Right? Is that pretty good growth, guys? Yes or no? Damn good. But guess what happened? In year number 4, his market in Nashville began to heat up. He had a single-legged stool, right, guys? A single-legged stool. That single-legged stool was what? Expires. He didn't have any online presence. He wasn't doing open houses, right? Didn't have anything else that he was doing, Chris, except for expireds. Guess what happened to his business when the market heated up in Nashville? It went down. Why? Because all the shit was selling. And if everything's selling, there's not as many expireds. And if there's not many expireds, his business was fragile. Does that make sense, guys? So I want to give you today, and how many of you guys can appreciate this, looking at subjectively your own business, that your business may be a little bit fragile based upon the number of lead sources that you're strategic in, not that you work or get business from, but that you have a strategy in. How many of you guys can see that there is a little bit of fragility in your business right now? Yes or no? Okay. Right. So what Bernie had to do is he had to add online leads. He had to bring his team on. He had to do open houses. He had to start to actually expand and put different legs on the stool. And when you have 3 legs on the stool and I kick one of them out, you know what I mean? Maybe now, by the way, the key 3, I'm going to give you the key 3. I'll give you the core 4. Key 3, core 4. The key 3 business lead generation sources. And guys, gals, there's over 20 different lead sources that you can lean into, but the key 3 are: number 1, past clients and sphere of influence for repeat and referral business. Past clients and sphere of influence for repeat and referral business. And by the way, most agents completely suck at this. Do you realize that? Like, it is embarrassing as an industry how horrible we are at working our past clients in sphere. And if you look at any other industry, they know, and please write this down, it takes 8 times as much money and energy to secure a new client than it does to generate business off of your sphere of influence and past clients. Do you guys get that? So you look at, hey, Tammy, how long you been in the business, sister?
About 32 years.
You got me beat by a year. Wow, that's amazing. How much of your business comes from past clients in sphere, do you think?
So personally, almost everything I do, because I don't do leads, etc.
Totally. Like everything that you do. You know, Tammy, I had the chance to talk to, you guys know Mike Ferry was my primary mentor for years and still is. Getting big hug, man. Just so amazing. I said to him, I said, hey, Mike, how long does someone have to prospect at the level that you're prospecting at? Because you guys know Mike Ferry, he's like prospecting, yeah, right, and go after new business. He said, if someone does it for 5 to 7 years, sells 30 to 50 homes, Ernesto, per year, right? At that 7th or 8th year, they can begin to lean more into the people that they know and have done business with and less into the people that they don't know. Does that make sense? Right. And I said to him, Dave, I said, Mike, why don't you say that on stage? Why don't you have that conversation with people on stage? And he said, because if I say that on stage, then people won't do the work that's necessary to get to the point in 7 or 8 years where they have enough business and they have that database that they can work. Okay. So that they can get that return. Look at Tammy. Tammy spent 30 something years. The way that you look at these people that go on stage, we put Tammy on stage. Tammy talks about her business model. People go, oh my gosh, I want that. But what they don't see is the 30 years of her, where did you go, Tammy? Of her grinding her booty off, right? To be able to get to the point where she has enough people to get business off past clients and sphere. Does that make sense, guys? Yes or no? Right? So you've got to commit for like 7 or 8 years to just the grind to get 30 transactions a year, 20 transactions a year, 140 past clients, which will give you 20 to 25 transactions per year. Does that make sense? Like, and then you begin to actually pull back. Number two, second piece is going to be open houses. Now, I know open houses, this is a key three. I know open houses have been a little problematic in the market that we're in right now. We don't quite have the traffic that we've had in the past, but do they still work? Yes, right? If you do them effectively, they're wonderful lead generation sources. Not just, and I want you to write this down, open houses equal buyer leads and one seller that you can get in that area if you run it the right way. Don't you guys know that? How many of you guys have seen that? I sell a house in an area, and then guess what happens in the next 90 days to 4 months? What do you see happen in that same area within like a proximity of that house? What comes up?
It's listed.
There's another listing, right? Okay. Like there's somebody else. So like I'm gonna tell you guys something. I love open houses for buyer leads. Do you know what I really love them for if we run them effectively? I love them for finding that additional seller. Does that make sense? And Ryan, I look at it, I go, can I have this one listing that I'm going to sell, right? And the open house that I'm going to do, can it generate another listing for me in that area, right? And I'm going to take you guys through the process. I got an insane, like both open house process and listing launch strategy I'm going to share with you guys. Would you guys like that? Not today, but like over the course of these next 6 weeks, right? Because I've like really mapped this out. Number three, write this down. Online leads. Online leads. Today's world requires that if you want to scale, that you reinvest. The stupid move that real estate. How many of you guys have ever seen this? How many of you guys ever done this? Like just sort of owning your kaka. You had a great 6 months. You go out, you buy the new purse, you get the car, right? You get the Christian Louis Vuitton red bottom. By the way, I'm talking men and women. I have my own CLBs. I love my red bottom shoes. Like I'm just as worse. I'm as bad as anybody else. You've seen them, Ryan, man. I'm horrible, right? You have a good month, Dave, good couple of months. And instead of investing in the business, you invest in the lifestyle, right? That's the mistake that I see agents make. And so really, guys, write this down. You should be earmarking 6 to 10% of your commissions to reinvest into marketing for the business. That's the strategy. 10% should go into savings. There's something that being at Mike Ferry on Tuesday, what he said, Ernesto, he had Matt, he had Tom on stage. It was really nice to see all of them on stage. It's so like just so endearing and so like my heart warms. I mean, many of you don't know this. Mike Ferry was my father-in-law, right? So I was married to his daughter I was with Michelle for 11 years, right? So I got the chance to be like really close to Mike. So to see the boys on stage with him again was just so incredible. And they asked him, what was the biggest move that you made that has caused this business to be, they didn't use the word anti-fragile, but I will use it. He said, I took 10% of every single check and I put it into investment. I saved it, right? But for us as real estate agents, not only do we need to do that as a solopreneur, you should be taking 6 to 10% and reinvesting it back into marketing, a portion of that being your lead generation of online leads, whether that's Google pay-per-click, whether that's Zillow, whether that's Movado, whether that's Homelight, like whatever it is, you've got to have some presence online. Does that make sense, guys? And preferably now listen, I don't hate Zillow. Okay. However, I would much rather have control of my own destiny versus putting my destiny in somebody else's hand. So if you have Zillow, if you're a Zillow Flex, you better be also doing pay-per-click marketing and advertising, because that is something that is a knob that you can turn. Does that make sense? I can say I want more leads, I want less leads. You can't go to Zillow and go, "Hey Zillow, hey Movado, give me more leads." They're gonna go, "You get what you get. You don't give a shit." Sorry, like that's really sort of the game that Zillow plays, right? So you want to be building, check this out, guys. If you've got your pay-per-click marketing advertising that you're doing, your online leads that you're doing at 10, 12, 15, $20 a lead, right? You have a couple of good months, you can crank that up. You're able to actually build your database. Like the quality and the caliber of a real estate business is the database. Do you guys get that? It's the database of your past clients and sphere and the database of potential leads that you're cultivating and nurturing. I coach a guy by the name, Ryan, of Andrew Duncan. I was just on the call with his listing team. They're down in Tampa, one of the top agents in North America. He has Kristen, 197,000 leads in his database. 197,000. Okay. Ryan, you guys probably have close to 100,000 leads that you guys have marketed to.
I thought we had a lot. We have like 35-ish thousand.
I was blown away. 197 is the biggest number I've ever seen. I found that out today. I was like, whoa. That most teams are gonna have 30, most larger teams, 35 to 60K, right? And you know why that's a benefit? They own them. You own them. You can actually market to them, right? And you or your team can actually do that. But you don't need to have that. In fact, if I look at getting an agent over over 7 figures, it typically is about 60 or 70 transactions. I know if they've got a past client in Sphere database of 400, which we're going to work on the next call, by the way, guys. Hey, Christina, we can market the next call as, how to be able to crush with past clients in Sphere of Influence and generate 20 to 30 transactions per year off of that. Would you guys like that conversation? I'm going to walk you through the entire process, the system, everything that you need to do, right? And then it's your job to execute it. But if I can get someone that has 200 to 300 in their database of past clients, Tammy, at 10%, it's a 10% ratio. I know they can get 20 to 30 deals off of that. If they're doing open houses and they do one per weekend, that's 48 open houses. I know that every 20 people through an open house, by the way, these are the ratios, Bob. Every 20 people through an open house should Kristen be a deal. That's the national ratio, right? Cool. I do 48, right? 48 open houses. That has 48 times 5 people through divided by 20. Okay, cool. Now I'm at like about 40, 45 transactions. I'm trying to get every single one of you to 7 figures. Do you guys see that? Yes or no? That's why I'm here. That's why Nazara said, Pipes, help this crew out, because 5 is pound for pound going to be the highest per person productivity organization in the world, period. Right? Right. And so like I look at that and I go, cool, we're at 48-ish, 40, 45. How do I get to that 60? Well, I need 15 to 20 more transactions. Well, what is that? Write this down. If I have online leads, it's a 2% conversion ratio on non-Zillow, non-Movado. I know that the market says 3%. It's a bunch of bullshit. If we can get to 2%, we're really happy. I need 15 more deals divided by, I need 750 leads. So that math is the path. You guys see this right here? 750 leads will give me another 15 transactions. Typically, it's about $17 per lead. Well, I need to be reinvesting $1,000 into my business on online lead generation every single month. Ernesto, I just gave you the path to $1 million right there. Does that make sense? Get 200 to 300 people in your database, Emily, work it effectively for 20 to 30 transactions, right? I need to do one open house per weekend, right? Either mine or somebody else's, get 5 people through, be able to follow up with them. That's going to be another 20 transactions. That puts me at 60. I need to get to 55 to 60. I need to get to 70 for most of us to be able to get to $1 million. Well, I need $1,000 a month that I'm reinvesting back into the business on online lead flow. That's, guys, the strategy. Number 3, to be able to get to $1 million. Does this make total sense, guys? Yes or no? Can you see the vision? Now, you said, well, Pipes, coach, dude, and you said the key 3. What's the 4th one? Write down lead source number 4 equals dealer's choice. Ryan, what do you think? What do you think I mean by dealer's choice, bro?
Whatever you excel at.
I want to get to expireds. Killer. Go after expireds. I want to go after for sale by owners. Awesome. Go after for sale by owners. You know what? I want to work probate. Cool. Add probate. I want to work with divorce attorneys. Yeah, have fun, right? I want to be able to work with investors. You have a choice of 20 something other lead sources to be able to add that last leg on. That is the bonus. Does that make sense? The key 3 are what you have to do. You got to have online, you got to have past clients in Sphere, and you better also be doing open houses. And then I add that 4th one on that gets me up to 100 transactions per year. You guys see the path? Now, here is my request to hold the mirror up to yourself. I'd like you, now, it's not where you get business from, it's where you have strategy in. Listen to what I just said. Because Kristen, I could get some leads from online, but I'm not strategic on it. Does that make sense? Just from naturally having my website and everything else. But a strategy is I have marketing in place. I have a process. I'm retargeting, right? Okay. I'm online. I'm on my meta. I'm posting, I'm doing video, I'm doing things along those lines. So past clients in Sphere isn't like I occasionally, get business off my past clients in Sphere. It's that I have a strategy. How many lead sources could you show me SOPs, standard operating procedures, and a strategic approach to right now in your business? Like just owning your stuff, not making you wrong, not beating yourself up, but how many could you show me and say, Pipes, man, here's my step-by-step plan to market to actually elicit from and get business from that area? Show me on your fingers. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Let's see. Kristen says 2. Just show me on fingers, guys. This isn't a right or wrong. Like I need to know. 3. There we go. Tammy. That's why, Tammy, you are where you are, right? Is because you got those 3. And Dave, here's the beauty. If one of them begins to fail, open houses aren't working, not a problem. I got the other 2 or 3. Does that make sense, guys? That is an anti-fragile business. So over the course of the next 2 months, these master classes will be aligned around the best strategies in the key 3 and potentially a core 4. Would you guys like that? Yes or no? I'm going to walk you guys through the exact process to be able to get 10% off your database for past clients in Sphere. I'm going to show you what you need to be doing online to be able to generate. I mean, if we broke it down, it was 760 leads per month, both through social media and pay-per-click marketing and advertising. I'm going to bring in some of the industry specialists in these areas and have them talk to you about what it is that they do. So it'll look like this, Bob. I teach you. The next week we bring someone in that is crushing it, or the next call we bring someone in that's crushing it. I'm going to teach you the past clients in Sphere. Then Jimmy Rex is going to come in because he built his entire business on past clients, Sphere, and investors. Then I'm going to teach you the open house strategy. And I'm going to bring in Danny Burgess or somebody else that can tell you, like, this is how I run my open houses. I'm going to teach you how to be able to actually do your online leads. And then I'm going to bring Trent Stonehouse in that's going to take you through, or Buck Wise. By the way, I'm going to bring Buck Wise in. Buck Wise was a chief marketing officer for a little company called Cardone, right? And also worked with this agent named Ryan Searhant, right? That did all of his marketing. I'm going to bring him in. Would you guys like that? Okay. So you'll still be getting me, but you're gonna be getting some other badasses as well too. So that's the game for the next 90 days with us, guys. Okay. By the way, please mark your calendars. October the 12th, the 13th, 14th, and 15th. Please put that in there. We're doing something really special. We got our L7 event that's coming up. It's in Los Angeles at the Omni Hotel. We're putting a real special package together, which is a low cost basis for every 5 member to be able to attend. Nazar is going to be on stage. He's going to be speaking. He's going to be representing the company. By the way, how about some farming? Who'd be down for like learning a little bit on farming? Yes or no? Right. And how to be able to actually build that. So we'll throw that in. It may take us 4 months instead of 3 months. So please put that in your schedule, in your calendar, mark it in there. This is not my normal sales training event, Tammy. This is not a sales edge or sales power, Bruce Lee type of shit. This is strict. Tammy, think elite retreat or Mike Ferry's one-on-one retreat. That's really the approach that we're taking. Is a strategic approach. Of course, there'll be scripts and dialogues. We're not going to be doing a bunch of role play. Casey, it's all 100% how to build a 7-figure business or how to add 7 figures to your existing business as well too. Hey, Tammy, I want you to be my personal guest to the Sunday mastermind, right? Which is our 7-figure mastermind. So I want your booty there if you can make it. Okay.
When
So
is it?
it's October the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Okay. So put it in there, move some shit around. Other than that, guys, today was overview. Okay. Casting the vision of where we're going. Next call, past clients in sphere. How we do it, what we need to do, how we market to it, what the entire strategy is. The following call after that, we bring Jimmy Rex in. He talks to you about how it is that he did it. The following call, we do open houses. And then bring Danny Burgess in. The following call, we actually do the online leads brand brings Trent in. And the following call, we do farming. And I bring the founder of the feast, Mr. Nazar Kalaji, who is one of the greatest farmers of all time, to be able to share with you how it is that he did it. So that's the next 4 months, guys. It's going to be pretty amazing, pretty dynamic. And you'll have everything in place to be able to actually build a 7-figure business at that point. Okay.
What did they say? Like stack the cool. It was like, and there's more, and then
Oh,
there's more.
wait. And there's more.
Yes.
Wow. And
No taking your foot off the pedal this
it
fall,
can
you
cut
guys.
through this knife can cut through a can. And for those of you that remember the Gensu knives,
Yeah.
that was what it was. So, all right, you guys, really pumped, incredibly excited about these next 120 days that we have together to really lay that foundation. What will happen is you'll roll into 2026 if you follow through and execute on what it is that we're talking about, like positioned to be able to have an enormous breakthrough. Okay. So, in the meantime, have an amazing 2 weeks. I'll see you after that, and can't wait to get this started. Okay.
And then we'll get out the link for the event in LA
Yeah,
as soon as
please.
we get it.
And I think Christina Nazar and I are still working on, but
Yeah,
we're
no worries. We'll just watch your
we're
emails
doing
and watch your things for that.
we're doing a stupid pricing on it for you guys. Like it's just
I
stupid.
like stupid.
Like it's just stupid in terms of it. We just want to see your booties there and be able to pour into you. So, all right, guys, have a great
Thanks,
one.
Phil.
Talk to you
Thanks, you
later.
guys.
Bye, guys.